All right. Hello, and welcome as we start our journey once more here as our Monday crew, having braved many a trial, has finally found, uh, it seems, the dragon that had taken up residence within the Deceiver's lair. The Deceiver, of course, being Esau's mother. And it is here, uh, some miles away from the lair, about 2 days' travel. They set up a orb of dragon kind that called the nefarious creature to them. Upon doing so, they set up a prison and a cage for them to prevent them from leaving, and murdered them correctly. Took them down, and in a amazing moment of turning them into a rat, just smited the heck out of them. uh, and now the large body lies, its eyes finally finished twitching, and Asa herself, having seemingly devoured a draconic essence from that, sitting with this monstrosity. What would you all like to do?
How does Asa look after sort of absorbing that, whatever that was? Is there any noticeable change to her?
What do you think there, Hazel?
I think she, well, with the dragon orb, she still looks like a sea hag.
Yep.
But I guess you kind of see her veins, what's visible, pulse with a strange greenish color for a bit before it dies down again.
Asa, are you okay?
I'm feeling great. I've never been better.
Insight check.
Give an insight.
16.
All right. 16. What do you feel like is revealed by Aesel there?
I think you feel that she is telling you the truth. She is feeling great, and like there's something strange about it, but you can't really pinpoint what exactly.
Just kind of pat her on the shoulder and just kind of move along.
We gotta get to that dragon cave, right?
Yes, to get the knowledge we need to seal the Titan, yes.
I unfortunately don't have the ability to get us there. I pretty tapped.
Yeah, that's fine. We probably need to sleep first anyway. Maybe we go back to the ship. Or maybe go back to where we camped.
Moving away from this location would be advised.
Yep. Just look at that thing that's been attracting dragons.
Totally. Yes.
All right,
Take a
I'm out.
quick look at the sky. Like, do we see anything in the sky?
Tara's leaving.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you're in the cave right now, but
Okay.
yeah, just depending on what you want to do here.
Palin's gonna gasp theatrically and kind of limp forward. Oh, I don't know if I'll be able to make the journey under my own power. I might need someone to carry me.
Hold on one second, Balin. I want to look at this dragon real quick.
Oh yes, could we harvest it? Body parts? They have to be valuable.
I
But
mean, as long as Azel's okay with it.
It couldn't be me to lead the efforts, though.
Of course, I'm okay with that. Whatever you need.
Who has the harvester?
I think I do.
All right, we probably need to go ahead and set that up.
Yeah. Palin, do you have any of the harvesting spells still? I know some people did too.
I do, but I did not prepare it today. Oh, you know what? I think that was Critters who had the harvesting spell. I have the recomposition one, where if we fail, I can put it back together to reattempt.
Because I know we had harvesting in the ancient past.
Yeah.
I have the harvesting kit from that, and I had gotten training in the harvesting, but not the magic part.
Yeah, because this party doesn't have the harvester. That's Saturday. This does have a harvesting kit. So
cool.
Well, I'll could I use my bonus action command thingy, Matt, my like dragon chessboard feature, to give him a bonus?
Absolutely.
And just to clarify, Palin is at full health. He didn't take any damage.
Okay. I was just about to cast a spell on him. Okay, so he's good.
No, he's just trying to manipulate Tara into carrying him around.
I mean, Tara's bleeding profusely.
Yeah.
Okay. So how about I'll point that spell over to Tara instead, and that's 20 hit points to you, Tara.
Okay.
I thought Palin was really in rough shape.
No, sorry. Mechanically, it didn't want to waste any spell slots.
Perfect. I don't remember how the harvesting works.
So it'd be,
like
a
survival or
it'd be a
something?
survival check.
And then do I add something because of the proficiency in it?
I mean, you'd add your proficiency bonus, unless you already
So-
have proficiency in survival.
I do have proficiency in survival.
Then it
You're
would
given
just be
an
a-
extra +5 from me.
Okay. And can I guide myself?
All right. Apologies. My brain is totally shot. Have we introduced Annabeth?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, we met her at the pirate Dark Toe place.
she stole crap from me.
Perfect. Yeah, she was fighting here. Okay. I think partially because they haven't talked today, and I'm like, okay.
Hey, I'm being the perfect rogue, just hiding in the background.
Yeah, we're
You
hiding.
know, like, my brain is like, what? Yeah. So you would go ahead and give a survival check.
There is
Okay.
inspiration if you want to.
I don't need it. 32 plus 5, 37.
Jeez. All right. You get a lot of crap. Give me. Okay, so while the process of harvesting is going on, what else would we like to do?
I don't know if there was anything in this cave, because this was just like a cave we kind of set up, but I'll still take a look around because we haven't really done that.
Yeah, this is just a more nondescript cave, definitely. There's more just if you wanted to, any conversations or.
Oh, okay. Annabeth, you can come out now.
Oh, I'm right here.
Oh, hey.
Yeah, Palin will scream. Ah!
Where were you the entirety of that fight? I didn't see you anywhere.
I was right there. And then right there.
Does Dewdrop have any frog leaves on him?
Always in my bag.
All right. Dewdrop, can I borrow some frog leaves?
Yeah, of course. Here. They got like the equivalent of like a gallon Ziploc bag that's just filled with them.
So she starts making some frog leaf tea. If anybody else wants some.
Are we celebrating or are we looking for some information?
Information? What?
Well, you sometimes can commune with the universe around you. You know, it's different, kind of depending on what you're doing.
Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, we could find some information using them. Yeah,
Well, it's just you don't know what you're gonna get is the thing.
I'm okay with that.
Okay.
Anybody else want some?
I will also partake if we're going to rest here for the moment, it appears, while Dewdrop finishes his butchering of Aesel's sister.
Suddenly, I feel bad about that.
Oh, don't feel bad about it.
Yeah, I better stay sober while I do this.
And you're doing an excellent job, I can tell.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, you really are. So yeah, I'll make you some. Aesel, do you want any?
Oh, of course.
Right. If anybody else wants some, just let me know.
Harrigan, would this brew have any effect on you, or are you immune to?
What manner of brew?
Oh, it's tea.
It has a tendency to produce visions and slight euphoria. Well, sometimes it's more than slight. It depends on how much tea you have.
I'm gonna have lots.
How Monday.
Stuffing them in there.
I shall not partake in this.
All right, Annabeth.
Yeah, no, thank you.
All right, just 3 of us, unless you want some, Dewdrop.
Well, I gotta finish this butchering, but save me some.
All right. So Tara will create 4 cups, and on hers she just stuffs a bunch of leaves in there.
Oh, is that a I think that might be a larger dose than typical, Tara. Do you need that much?
I don't know. If we're gonna see things, I mean, I should probably see as much as I can.
Take it from someone who knows. Beckoning the universe into your mind can be unpleasant.
Yeah, probably, but then again, so is fighting a big dragon with a bunch of eyes on it.
I only caution you, given recent events and the potential fragility of your emotional state. You've been through a terrible hardship and could be vulnerable to external influences.
She'll take half the leaves out and throw them down.
Is there anything in particular that you're hoping to see?
Well, hopefully some idea about, I was wondering if there's another way we can get, Adora.
Oh. Well, yes, it's helpful, I think, to enter these visions with a clear objective, right, Dewdrop? That's...
Yeah, I mean, it helps. It kind of goes where it's gonna go, but it's always helpful to go in with a plan.
All right, well, and I hand one to Aesel and one to Palin.
All right, here we go. Just start drinking it.
Amazing. So I guess give me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh boy. Oh, that's a dirty 20.
Okay. Is there a question that Tara has upon their mind?
Yeah. She's curious if there is a way to save Adora that does not rely on Thola.
Mm. I think in kind of the haze that follows, the dreams, whether it's by you in different fighting pits and stuff as your own mind tries to solve the problem, is as you've even had trying to earn money by fist fighting, getting into the right ring, there's always someone else you could go to, but a lot of the times they are a lot worse than the person who was offering in the first place. Because the Fracti gives a lot of more insight to one's own way of thinking.
Okay, so she kind of lets that sit in her mind. She uses her hand to feel for Aesel and probably just accidentally smacks her on the face. It's your question. Your question.
Was that supposed to be okay?
Aesel, are you not inspired with all the potential of your new power? I mean, look at this. And Palin's kind of flailing the dragon chessboard around, and the figurine of Aesel now has these kind of fin-like protrusions from the back of the head that form like a loose approximation of a crown.
Whoa.
I mean, just think of what you could do now. Rule the kingdom if one were given to you, or topple a temple too.
Where did that change come from?
Oh, it was. I mean, it's just fulfillment of the prophecy, I suppose.
I fail to see how the murdering of one's sister grants one the crown, but
You'd be surprised. It happens all the time.
humanoids are weird.
Well, you see, when one nobility desires their relative's position, you simply arrange for them to disappear,
That does sound
leaving
familiar.
a vacuum for them to take. And evidently, so did you.
But it would be so much trouble to roll over something if you just think about it. All the work, all the enemies we might make. Why would anyone want to roll over anything?
The shinies.
You do have a point.
By the way, every time she talks, she pops out from the middle of nowhere on another side and then goes back into hiding.
Yeah, with Aesel's perception, she will never be able to see you.
To answer your question, Hazel, the word is delegation. Arrange for others to govern while you rule. Is that not the nature of the dragon?
You mean establish a ruler that everybody would consider their to be the authority, but actually rule from the shadows where you control everything?
Well, that is certainly one approach. Yes.
That
I mean,
does
you could
sound a lot
also-
better.
You could rule from like a rocking chair on the front porch in the sun. It doesn't have to be from the shadows, you know, like people often think, oh, I'm going to rule from the shadows, but you could be on a beach somewhere, doesn't have to be anything dark about it.
But the shadows are fun.
I find the shadows more interesting, Dewdrop.
That is fair.
Tara hugs the wall behind her. Hey there, wall. You've been standing so strong, holding space, witnessing the time flow. I hope you feel the love and peace I send to you.
Oh,
Was that the same tea we took, Dewdrop? Are you sure? Like, there wasn't a secret poison mixed in somewhere in your tea bag?
No, it's the same thing. Tara did take an awful lot of it. Matt, am I reading this right? In that, based on the dragon loot chart here, we got a dragon heart.
yep.
Nice.
The size of a
Oh.
dwarf.
Oh my! Oh,
Remember when Esme had to eat one?
And I would like to use transfusion to get some vials of dragon blood. I'm not sure if Jinx can drink dragon blood, but I'm gonna get some vials of dragon blood for Jinx just in case.
oh,
Nice.
With transfusion, I got 9 vials.
that's
If
cool.
I'm understanding how that works.
So you're
I'm
getting. Sorry, say that again. I'm sorry.
So with the transfusion spell that came with the harvesting training that I got, I rolled to see how many vials of blood I can get from a critter.
Mhm.
And so I was going to get 9 vials of blood for Jinx. I don't know if she can drink dragon blood. I don't know if that's safe or not, but I was just going to get it and she could decide.
Okay, that sounds good.
So I'll put the dragon heart in my inventory. I can't carry this. Do we have a way to carry this?
Do you need some help carrying things?
Well, not yet, but we're going to have to carry it at some point. Yeah.
Okay, but I'm also carrying this rock.
Okay.
It's only 65 pounds, so it could fit in a bag of holding.
Okay. Perfect.
If somebody has one, I don't know where all your stuff is. Yeah. So you are all in this mode here of this strange euphoria because of the tea. Dewdrop's digging into the dragon and getting these pieces. And as that ultimately occurs, it's really when you lift the heart that a thick green mist fills the cave.
Uh-oh.
And within it, you see hundreds of dragons. All green, mostly wormlings. And they speak as one. You've released us. I am me. We are not. And they start to go. They talk in different voices. We are not one anymore. We are free. We are not the sisters. We each are a sister. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Is anyone else seeing that?
Everyone sees this.
Oh god, I thought it was a tea.
Try to touch one.
You pass through, but it's a little thicker. They kind of nuzzle.
Oh. Do you all want to live with us?
Maybe.
Good.
I would not.
What? What's wrong?
Who are you exactly?
We are. One speaks. Now their voices no longer in unison. We are the Brood. You were taken, Aesel. But things came into the cave and made us all one. All of our minds together. But you've separated us again.
What did that?
I don't. We were being hatched while it happened. It was many things. Tentacles and so many eyes. Then we became one mind. I don't know what. They never spoke to us.
So now that you're free, what do you intend to do?
We are being pulled somewhere else. And you see it's almost like they're ghosts. And there is like essentially a light that is shining down. There, home.
Oh,
Oh, were you shackled in this reality, but have multiversal origins and were successfully cascaded into a single consciousness?
That's the one. Yeah.
Oh, Asa, your sister was brilliant. No, this is so much potential, and it's just going to be dispersed back to their home universes. That's terrible.
I am terrible.
Yes, yes, you are, darling.
I
Can
could be your mom. If you come home with us, you can stay in my room.
You want my sisters to be your children?
Yeah.
I thought she was talking to Palin.
Oh,
Oh,
I've already got names for them. You're Beazle and Cecil and Diesel and Easel, Kiesel, Fiesel.
Well, I kind of look at you a little bit. The one comes in. Not in this form, but I can be here. As she touches your forehead, we can give you a gift to help you.
Oh, that's so nice.
And there's this. The one kind of puts their head into your head as there's a soft glow. All right. I've rearranged a few things. It should be better in there.
Uh-oh.
Yes, that's not ominous at all.
randomly rearrange a few things. Sorry.
Your mind to my mind.
She goes, "No, you like punching things, right?
I can, yeah.
Okay. Well, now you can punch with your mind.
I can what? I can punch with my mind?
Yeah, push. Yeah.
Oh, wow. How does it work?
Just think about it.
Okay.
You'll see." She goes, "And I can help. I'll be in there. I put a piece of my mind."
All right. I look at Palin. I imagine pushing Palin.
Yeah.
flap!
Yeah, Palin. then just gets pushed 15 feet away.
Oh,
Oh. That is magnificent, Tara.
The one goes, I
Balin,
like
do you
the
need a
furry
heal?
one. Maybe I'll stay with them. But the dragons then fly around and Dewdrop, you hear voices. You want to be one with nature.
Yes.
We can then may her strength always be yours. And here, and you start to see there is like a burst of about 10,000 images of the dissection of essentially 10,000 different humanoids.
Whoa.
Oof.
And them being stitched together and put back together.
Oh my gosh.
Point you get this insane, almost eons worthy knowledge of human anatomy.
Whoa.
And so thicker scales begin to grow upon your body as they swirl around. And others come through you, Palin, as they whisper, your mind already breaches the walls. You can talk to us whenever you wish.
Oh, that'll be useful. Typically, I have to go or beg for, and I don't have much control over who answers. So this would be lovely. And you haven't seen me before, though, right? I'm the first Palin that you've talked to.
Yeah, sure.
Can I insight check?
Quick insight check.
Ooh, okay, that's not bad. It's a 26.
You think they might have seen a few of you before?
Oh,
And Annabeth, they go say, we have a lot of eyes. We'll give you the strength we once had. And Harrigan, a few actually bite into your arms. They whisper, our venom will strengthen the magic in your blood. And with all of this done, they begin to fade away. Unless there's something else you did want to do here.
you sure you don't want to stay?
You see one kind of looks, and it swirls and shrinks, and then rests upon Jinx's shoulder.
Whoa.
And nods at you. And also in that loot channel, I gave you what you're getting here.
Whoa.
oh, this is awesome. Heck yeah.
Nice. Very cool.
All right. What type of rest we're looking at taking here?
Probably a long one.
Yeah. I can teleport us to where we last slept, but I wasn't here during that session. Was that on the boat or was that your sonar? Because I can get us back to the boat then.
Yeah, that was on this. Yeah, that was on the ship. Yeah.
Would everyone prefer to sleep there?
I would definitely prefer getting out of this place.
Okay. Then I will use my feet to transport us to where we last took a long rest. As long as everybody's done here.
You could always finish the other dragon if you so desired. If not, best to leave. Wouldn't you think? We've already been compensated for our work.
All right. Then I will cast teleportation circle as long as everybody's cool and bring us back to the ship.
Yeah. I'll bring a rock.
Palin obviously has dispelled Private Sanctum because he has a 20 intelligence and would have remembered to do that.
Because Dewdrop definitely wouldn't have remembered.
Harrigan's telling me their favorite spell. That's amazing.
The words ring true. Evidently, they know what I'm about.
All right, so coming on the ship, there is a startle. Everyone screams a little bit when you arrive. And then they go, mast, yep, go to the mast, get that. They then kind of get back to work. But they were kind of all gathered.
Yup.
Oh, and I would flavor that Harrigan has taken a green hue when imbued with that gift.
Nice. Dewdrop, give me a survival check, please.
Will do. How is a crit for a 31?
Very good. So, like, you're in the mountain area, but you get very clearly that the ship has been moving due north,
And
away
definitely-
from
yeah, we didn't leave any instructions for them to go anywhere, right? Like,
Not unless we were gone by a certain amount of time.
right. Okay. I'm going to ask the gang to come over here and huddle with me for a second. Out of hearing of the crew if we can. There's a spot that we can do that.
yeah, I mean, you can make a room in the lower deck if you wanted to.
Sure. Yeah. Hey,
Oh, wait, actually, did you long rest? Are you long resting now? Or did you long rest before?
we came back to long rest.
That's what I thought. Okay, then I'm
Yeah.
correct in what I'm saying. Cool.
So I'm going to say we've created a problem. what's happened here on this ship in the last couple of days here, we have to undo. The crew have, I think, to a certain extent, turned against us. We've broken their trust. There is something that we need to do to try to rebuild that. We're not where the ship's not where it's supposed to be.
Well, I mean, I know I'm kind of new, actually, really new. But if you guys can't think of anything, I have something that may work.
And what's that?
Bribery? I mean, what do you guys pay them?
That's a really good question. I don't know that we've ever talked about wages.
Everyone looks at Palin.
Yeah.
They were compensated in experience and the opportunity to free their homeland from the clutches of the oppressive Iron Authority, who would treat them as disposable and force them to labor ceaselessly and expose them to great danger with no consideration for their well-being. We've improved their lives dramatically.
In which way specifically did we improve things?
Actually, what they were suffering, the Iron Authority, sounds terribly like.
We have, yeah. It started off great. I'm not gonna lie. We started off with the best of intentions. We've ended up in a bad spot. Now we need to correct that. Do I get the impression, having spent time with this crew, that money would in any way motivate them?
Give me an insight check.
$18.
I would say you don't think it would necessarily hurt, and it could definitely be some helpful. It's not a silver bullet to the situation.
Yeah.
As Duja kind of had it, there's a breach of trust.
Right.
And they kind of had signed up for this grand ordeal and now feel like people are disappearing and they're being lied to.
Right.
That they know the leadership is lying to them about their friends' deaths, and some of these have grown up with them, and you even think back to like the heroes that rescued them, as you were part of that, as was Palin, and then just kind of where things are now.
Okay. Annabeth, I think certainly looking over at Palin, paying them probably is a good idea. But I think the problem here is trust. I think they don't trust us anymore, and either we repair that, which I think we should, or we need a new crew, which we might either way. But we have them here under certain, I guess, implied agreements that maybe we've broken.
Hey, man, can I say something?
Yes.
It just seems to me, looking into this conversation from the outside, You're all saying that they're mad because you keep secrets, but here you are keeping secrets. Why aren't you just talking to them? See
Well,
what they want.
I think it's not necessarily my place to solve this problem.
Why not?
Well, that's true. You didn't eat one of them.
I didn't
Can we
eat one
not
of them,
just?
and
Can we
I
just
didn't-
find
I
the
didn't
corpse,
intimidate them.
Dewdrop, and then you know.
Well, why aren't we
Right.
just talking to them?
I think we should talk to them, but I thought we should maybe get on the same page first. Without Jinx here, I can't ask what happened to the body, which probably is what I would have done in the episode that I was actually absent for. But now we're days later, so I'm not sure how to handle that.
Yeah, and I'm not sure Jinx would have, because Jinx wasn't Jinx. I remember Jinx was sort of being cagey about it anyway, right?
Yeah, and I don't think Jinx was under control, right? Like that was part of the.
Well, she was under control. No, she committed first degree murder. There was nothing on her.
Gotcha.
That was a fail of character.
Not a wisdom save of character.
Yeah. That was.
Why don't I set up a meeting?
It was murder. But I'd say I think you did get that she threw them. I think you all are assuming that they were thrown off the ship.
All right.
And does locate person work on a dead person?
It's locate object, but also it was while you were in
Right.
midair,
Right.
going very quickly.
Okay. So I'm not sure I can fix that.
I can.
On behalf of my employer, I wish to clarify that my allegiance is not to your crew, but to you.
That's fair. I appreciate you making it clear.
I would love to help you, but you see, lying is in my nature. I am so not good at being honest or gaining people's trust.
Ooh, I am.
See, we have a capable volunteer.
I'm gonna go talk to them.
Okay.
Who wants to come with me?
I will absolutely go.
I would like to try to talk to them, but if you want to talk instead, that's fine.
All right, let's all head there. Those of us going. Tara will make her way to the largest group of folks.
Yeah, you go to it, they find somewhere else to be.
I
They
keep
will
going.
not. They will not look Terra. You are chasing them around the ship.
I'm just walking. Hey, man. I want to talk.
Give me a persuasion check.
All right. Use my inspo, my inspiration. Okay. Whoop. 22.
22.
Damn.
I'm sorry, 20,
Uh,
21.
21. Okay, so two of them kind of stop, and they kind of feel like they're cornered. They jump up on the side of the rail as if they're going to jump.
I
Then they
grabbed
look
them.
at you. Oh, if you go to grab them, they jump.
No.
Oh my god.
And then I jump after him.
Wait, we
They-
still have the net
they,
thing,
they,
right?
they weren't going to jump, but now that you've tried to grab them, they're gone.
Well, hold on. Can I try to grab them so I can bring them down?
Okay.
Grappling is my thing.
You can. I guess you have your tech. So, yeah, make a grab. Go athletics check.
Yeah. See. Whoop. Dirty. Wait. No, it's a dirty 30.
Okay. Then you have to grab both of them then, before they get off, and others. You see some others like kind of get up, like they're all about to jump. They're like, like people are just scared to death.
I'm just keeping them down, and I'm hugging on them, like, hey, whatever it is, man, it's not worth your life. Now, came to talk, because we need to talk. Okay. So I want you to calm down those horses
Shivering.
so we can talk. Now, listen, I know that whatever out there, this is a scary world, but it's super important that we have a conversation. Nobody's mad about the ship thing going somewhere, okay? Just put that in the back of your mind. Calm down the horses. There we go. Reel them in. There you go.
How does the crowd look at this moment?
And so even as your passive insight, very much like a psychopath is hugging them.
Okay.
It's very much this idea that they've gone from this woman who basically was like, get out, I'll break your necks, you all are worthless.
Yep.
To now calm down. And these two shifts of personality, they're like, what the, like, they don't know what to do. And who just prevented them from escaping. Like, they're just like,
okay. Now, what's your name?
Finto.
Finto. I'm Tara Finto.
Uh-huh.
This is a scary mission we're on. And I'm going to be real. My whole life, I had one thing to do. One thing I was good at. That was keeping my little sister out of trouble. She was the only person who I actually really, really cared about. And she has died. You've lost people, haven't you?
Kind of just nod.
Now, I don't expect you to get this next part, but my arms are real strong. And people, when they would mess with Adora, I'd have to come in and I'd have to push him around and I'd have to let him know, leave her alone, or I'm gonna give you my fists, and I can't do that anymore. And I've been trying to just save her. And I was at this point where I felt like everything I was doing to save her was just making things worse. I was getting cursed by magic. My ideas just seemed bad. I wasn't even sure if my friends were on my side. And all I could think about was Adora being alone when she got killed. And I'm not there to stop it. I'm not there to push that thing or person or whoever it was around. And I lost my temper. And I took it out on you all. Because Palin was the one person who was trying to help me during all that. And I felt like people were disrespecting Palin, and it just got to me. Maybe I just wanted to replace Adora with Palin in that moment, just to try and take charge at that moment and just let people know they can't mess with people who can't defend themselves. I mean, look at Palin. Look at his arms. He's weak. You could hurt him.
You could, but please don't. Where's
And
this going?
In that moment, he was like my little sister, you know? And
Oh, well, that's probably not the most apt description of your feelings for me. I'm sure.
And I had to save him. And as soon as I left here, I embraced something else. I embraced frog tea leaves to calm it down. But I am sorry, man. I didn't want to take it out on you. And she just buries her face into one of their shirts and just starts crying. I didn't want to take it out on you, man. I didn't mean to be the bully. I was supposed to fight the bullies. You know? But don't kill yourself. Okay?
Whatever you say.
You're afraid. That's all you're why are you afraid, man? Just be real, be honest. If you don't like me, you can say it. It's cool. Lots of people don't like me.
All right. Go ahead and give me a persuasion check.
Woo. Oh, yuck. 13.
13. Yeah. Just like, okay, yeah, sure. We're good. All good.
Insight check. 24.
We're not all good. When you look at them, they still seem just terrified. The more you're talking, the more terrifying you seem to be. They don't. It's just one of those moments where it's as if they were threatened, told that they, and now it's like, no, we're fine. They're not sure who you're going to be tomorrow.
You don't want to be here. You don't have to. You can, when we talk, you can, if you want to find something else, that's cool. I was just letting you know. I was letting you know, And I'll let you go now if you really want to jump, but that's dumb. I'm not even trying to hurt you. I was just mad because of my sister. And if your sister died and you had my strength and crazy temper, you'd probably do the same. Anyway, I don't know. I'm going to go now. And she just lets them go and she'll start leaving.
She lost her sister, so she murdered one of us? Don't say that out loud.
Aesol has been standing near where Annabeth would be, I guess, if she wasn't totally hidden. But she will say, Can you go talk to them? And she just dives off the side of the ship and starts. She's flying, so she's fine, but she just doesn't want to be there.
Yeah, so Annabeth would go and start trying to talk to people and try and just go one to one, just because she's newer and hopefully they don't quite view her as the complete enemy because she just joined the crew, and she also is going to bribe them with 10 gold each as
Sure. I think, yeah, give me kind of different position. Gotta give me a persuasion check.
Alright. Alright, that's a dirty 30.
Holy.
Woo. With that, then, as you sit, kind of what you took as potentially the de facto leader there begins to kind of sit down and yeah, not in a great situation. So I guess we can talk.
All right. And I do appreciate you talking with me. Obviously, there's a big issue. And obviously, I'm sure both sides would like to get this settled without obviously any bloodshed or
Oh no.
trying to help like make things go as reasonably as possible. From what I'm hearing, you guys have previously been worked almost as slaves without really any like payment or compensation. Just no matter how well or poorly this mean goes, I just want to start this off by saying this will be yours one way or another. And she drops a thing of 20,000 gold pieces.
Whoa!
And says, now, obviously, I'm sure you guys probably want some contingencies if you want to stay and you want to work things out. From what I hear, they do want you to stay, so please help me help you. What does it take to make that happen? I mean, obviously, I'm a new person. I literally came here 2 days ago. So, like...
Sure. No, Nubian's looking... This... We will like this, of course. Well, we were all for it. Most of us were rescued, at least by a good portion of this crew of these ones, and they said that they had gotten a ship, and if we came and worked it, we could be part of rescuing the entire Iron Authority. We can bring freedom to goblin and hobgoblin kind. All the goblinoids. And, it was fine. Everything was going good. Occasionally they kept on talking whether they really wanted to do it or not. Not even asking us. And started with whether they were or not. But it was okay. And then they got in and we were able to keep the ship and do what we needed to do above while they were down there. And we were thinking of talking to them and just making sure everything was on the same way that we were always still trying to do until my sister went missing. We asked them what had happened, and they lied. And then they lied again. And then they told us we were idiots and cowards for questioning their word, whether or not, like, we tested the safety. She was alive, which means the only way she could not have been in the ship is if she was killed and thrown overboard. And they weren't saying anything. They were lying to us. if they really are talking about still doing everything, we need to understand, like, are we just food for them? Expendable? They're just going to kill us at a whim? Do they not care about us at all?
Well, I mean, I do feel they care about you guys. Obviously, if they didn't, we would. They would probably just relieved you guys of your command, and it would have been gone. But they're actually wanting to try and repair the relationship, which, I mean, it does seem like a decent start.
Well,
And
we don't
they
want
did.
our people to be murdered by them.
I understand that. And I completely believe that it's a reasonable boundary, and she's almost shouting, to not kill people that are under your employment. I also believe it's a reasonable thing and expect to fully be reimbursed for 20,000 gold pieces. But I mean, aside from that, I mean, I can get with them, and I mean, if you guys still don't feel comfortable in the same room, I don't mind still being the mediator somewhat. But eventually a talk together will have to happen. But if in the meantime, until you get certain assurances, and I do understand your fear. Obviously, when someone goes missing and everything like that, and it's under pretenses that it appears to be murder, it is not a good feeling. I'm sure you guys feel very unsafe in your environment, and you don't know what's going on, and I respect those feelings. But I'm trying to help you guys fix those. So
And they're nodding.
speaking to them, I can try and what you want to know what is the plan for the future with the Iron Authority? Correct?
Yeah, and, I mean, what happened? Why is my sister dead?
Okay.
What good did that serve?
Okay.
Like, do they just throw her off because she looked at them the wrong way?
Above table, I know what happened, but does anyone remember if Jinx actually told everyone what happened?
Yeah, I feel like Dewdrop didn't believe Jinx when I feel like there was an insight roll from Dewdrop that
Yeah,
made
I
him
don't think Jinx ever
did.
officially.
The
said
only person who knows is Palin.
Okay.
That's it. Nobody else
Yeah.
knows.
Yeah.
Alright. That's what I thought, but I just wanted to double check. Well, I do understand that that is a reasonable request, and I can ask.
They nod. Okay.
Is there any other questions you want answered?
I think that's a start.
Okay. And obviously an assurance that they're not going to kill you guys.
Yeah.
I'm assuming.
That's sort of baseline for employment.
Yeah, you get the feeling it's really up to them to want to, they're going to need to believe this, whatever it comes out to be.
All right. She goes back to the group.
Tara is still downstairs. I want to make that very clear. She has not been present for any of this.
Wait, this is good almost in a private thing, I think. So yeah.
She walks up to you guys and be like, so yes. We need to talk. So I think we have something good going, mediation. It's going well. But everyone's scared to death that you guys are just going to murder them on a whim and just kill them for the fun of it. So, and they also want to know, like, the whole reason they joined the crew is to be able to free the Iron Authority, and they say that they haven't really seen much progress, and they just want to make sure, like, that's still going to happen, and, like, they're not just here to be here. Also, they want to know what actually happened to the crew member with Honesty, and also baseline, no killing the crew. That's like one of their like top demands. I probably should have led with that.
I feel like maybe the thing about trust is it takes time and work to build up. And when it's gone, it's very hard to get back. My gut tells me here that really the best thing to do is in the morning send them wherever they want to go, and we can get a new crew in Dark Toe that we pay, and they know the risks, and that maybe that's the better move. These folks have been through a lot, and I don't know that trust is going to come back very easily.
Well, I mean, sometimes when things are difficult, it's best to do the difficulty to bear the best fruits of the labor. Plus, they may or may not have 20,000 gold already.
Why are they even working for us if they're so loaded? I didn't know they were loaded.
Because they were given 20,000 gold to just sit down.
To my understanding, my predecessor, Joel Gumbo, was a staunch supporter of the resistance and a quite storied freedom fighter, according to my reports. Would it not help placate the tension between you and your so-called crew?
So-called crew?
Fall back.
Sorry. Can you just finish the last bit? I didn't hear it because I was laughing.
And regain that trust by fulfilling the liberation of the Iron Authority. That would be my third-party view of the situation. Is it not that simple?
I don't know. They were taking the ship and running away. They're afraid for their lives. They're always going to have that fear in the back of their heads. So I don't know. What does everyone else think?
What, may I ask, if I may ask, is the intended purpose of this meeting? If the goal is to seek an agreement with the crew, would it not be better to communicate with them face to face than behind closed doors?
They've asked for a unbiased mediator currently, so that they don't possibly get killed for speaking their opinion.
Which sounds like a
Lovely.
healthy
I
relationship.
can be a
Yeah.
mediator.
But they are willing to talk. It's just they have I mean, in my opinion, they're reasonable demands. Just a few reasonable demands and boundaries to like get the relationship back going.
I mean, we're talking about it like it's our decision at all. Maybe we just need to tell them, do they feel like this can be repaired? If not, in the morning, once I've rested, I'll send them wherever they want to go. And if they're willing to try, if they're willing to try to trust us, and we're willing to accept these, very reasonable demands that they have, then we can go forward with the ones who want to stay. But I don't know that it's even our decision. I think we should just tell them if they want to go, we'll send them wherever we want, or wherever they want in the morning. And if they want to stay, or they want to talk about staying, we can continue on.
Continue on to do what?
The conversation, like about them staying.
Matt, what I've gotten, because just maybe it's just me, but I kind of gotten that they, from that conversation previously, that they do want to stay. They just want to stay under like healthy conditions, and they want to like stay under like the whole goal. They believe in the goal still. They just want to make sure that the goal is still the goal, and then they also don't want to get murdered.
Yeah,
I mean, that's kind of
yeah. The no murder is a good priority for them. I would say probably the biggest thing that they want right now that you were getting from there is more like what happened.
Okay.
So they really want to know, like, because they're convinced that one of you right now, they pretty much think it's Terabao who murdered.
Oh no.
But they really want to know why, what happened. And it could be repairable from there, but they really do like whether there's justice for that, or that's sort of what they're interested in.
Okay.
Because basically if we go, cool, we're good, they still don't know what exactly happened. They don't have a basis to get trust back.
Okay. That makes sense. I'll also relay that. I feel that is helpful with this conversation as well.
Mm-hmm. So that gets relayed.
What does everyone think?
I'm in favor, truthfully. I don't know how likely we are to restore the breached trust. But I'm certain that we need to resolve things before we carry on with our own missions. We can't have unreliable crew sailing off into the unknown when we rely on their support, so...
Cool. Everyone else too? I know he's trying to talk to everybody.
Harrigan already made the point that the solution seems rather obvious, and that we're making a mountain out of a molehill. So, but Harrigan has nothing else to contribute aside from relaying that to the crew, which I believe our friend has already done.
Yeah. Anything from Tara?
Oh, I said Tara was downstairs.
Yeah, and they said they came to you. You said you were downstairs.
That happened.
I come to about a minute after you said you were downstairs.
No, he said he went up to everyone. That's why I thought they were on the ship.
Like, okay. I think they meant up as in two. Like, I went up to everybody. I go to everyone.
Okay, so I'm going to pretend like I wasn't a part of that conversation because I would have said something in there. But I do know that Tara would have been downstairs with her pets because she would have heard the comment that guy made before she left. And that's why she removed herself from that whole situation. So I've been listening in as if I have not been a part of that conversation. That's why I said that earlier. It wasn't clear to me that I was in this conversation.
Okay. Well, then, so I don't know what you want to do, Dijon.
Yeah, I'm not sure how to proceed here. We should talk to Tara. See what she thinks. Fill her in.
All right. How about Aesol?
I'm okay with that resolution. It was so much easier when I didn't view them as... Well, that doesn't matter.
Oh gosh.
Okay, so you guys want to go to Tara then?
Yeah, I think we kind of have to. We need everybody's thoughts on this.
Okay. So they go down to where you're playing with your animals, and I guess there, Tara?
Yeah, Tara had headed down after that conversation.
How does Tara look after that conversation?
She looks confused.
Sure. Hey Tara. You doing all right?
Yeah. Absolutely.
We're kind of trying to figure out how to proceed with the crew here. And I'd love your input because this seems like a tough one to me. And I'm not sure what the right path is. I think we've scared the hell out of them. And I don't know if we're going to be able to fix that.
You're not. They, for some reason, think we killed one of them.
Yeah.
Or they think I killed one of them. I don't know what they're talking about. But it's pretty clear they're spreading rumors now. So usually people like that, not very reasonable. My suggestion, let them go. Drop them off when we get to a city. And get a real crew. A crew that does what a captain says when they need them to do it and doesn't spread rumors about the crew. Because that's just not healthy. We can't fight a war if we've got a crew that's over here accusing us of killing them. What I said to them, well, it was nothing like what they seem to recall. I never called anybody stupid or an idiot. I was just trying to make it clear that when your captain says something, you need to do it. And they weren't responding to anything else. We were trying to be kind. We were trying to be sweet. We were trying to be nice. We were trying to understand why they were acting the way they were. And they just... Finally, I had had enough. I mean, I'm sitting here dealing with things that are a little bit more important than whatever their issues were with the ship. And honestly, I don't have time for that. It shouldn't be my job. It shouldn't be my job to have all of them running away from me when I'm just going up to talk to them. I don't trust them now. Let him go.
Quick question. Does anyone actually know what happened to that person? Because they make a very compelling argument that one of the crew killed them. And
I don't know, but I can tell you I didn't kill anybody, and that's the story they created. So I don't know what happened to their crew person. But
What
maybe
evidence do they have?
I think there's no. This isn't a court.
there
This
would be
isn't,
no
you know-
evidence. I didn't kill anybody. How could there be evidence that I killed somebody?
Tara, I know you didn't do this.
Jinx killed one of the crew.
What?
Is what they believe happened.
Yeah.
Insight
I
check.
killed them.
I never imagined I would have asked for honesty in any group under any situation, but Jinx killed one of the crew members. And I lied to them, trying to cover up for her.
What?
Dewdrop is nodding along as you're saying that.
Wait, who knew about this?
I guessed, but I didn't know.
I got a 24 on the insight, Balin.
Don't worry, I've got a -1 on my.
So Tara's asked who's known about it. Is Palin saying anything?
Oh, yeah. I mean, Palin. I don't know if Jinx confirmed it to me or if Palin just understood it to be true intuitively.
Yeah, that's what it was. No
I'm
one said anything to him. He just-
yeah. And that is the flimsy excuse that he will cling to. I suppose that some of us may have had our suspicions, given what we know about Jinx's various afflictions. And
Did Jinx say this? Because who
Jinx
heard
told us.
Jinx?
Jinx told us that voice. And I'm trying to remember how this exactly went down, but like the voice associated with the orb told her she had to kill someone,
Yeah, she shared that.
and she told us that, and then someone
Yeah.
went missing.
Well, okay, that's not necessarily related. As someone who was falsely accused of murder just recently, I don't want to go accusing Jinx of it and doing exactly what they were doing.
but she did unlock the full potential of the dragon orb.
Well, sure, but that doesn't mean she did it.
Then who did she kill then?
I don't know if she killed anybody. We'll have to wait and talk to her, but I'm not going to go accusing people or assuming things, because after that whole thing upstairs, it's ridiculous. Just because I'm a little strong, people think I would go around just killing people. I wasn't going to kill anybody. First of all, if I kill somebody, they're going to be on my par, you know? They're going to be someone I can actually really spar with. Secondly, I'm not going to throw them off of a ship. I'll fight them person to person in the public. I want it known. I don't go through shadows. And if that's what they think of me, I can't even look at them anymore.
The sweetest lies, the lies we tell ourselves.
What?
The orb I wield has not spoken to me. That would appear to be an inconsistency in the statement.
The what?
I do think Tara's right. I think we need to let this crew go. I can send them tomorrow to wherever they want to go.
I tried to apologize for all the things I said. I thought that's what they were mad about. but they wouldn't even listen to me. They were gonna jump off of a ship. But yeah, I back that plan, Dewdrop, and we can talk to Jinx later. And
Yeah. Unfortunately, I can't do it until the morning.
All right. Personally, I actually agree with their feelings because I would probably feel the same way if it happened to me. But that's fine. We can do that. What's our next step after that then?
oh, we got to go back to that
Dragon's Lair.
cave.
Yeah.
Yeah. So big thing without a crew is you can't let the ship like stay somewhere very well.
Yep.
Doesn't have an air anchor.
Right. So if you get rid of your crew, then you're trying to keep it while you go investigate the dragon's old home. That's problematic.
And how far are we from that?
I mean, I'm assuming you could be getting closer again. It's like not like this whole time you'll like keep the direction you're going.
Because we could propose that we go to the dragon's lair, we get what we need there, and then we send the crew wherever they want to go.
Right. Because you could do that, then send them after you returned.
Yep. And then we can maybe go to Darktoe and get another crew. I'm assuming Darktoe is probably the most logical place to try to find a crew. Would I have a better idea or any other?
So crew's a little hard because you get these group had to figure it out because there's not like airship crews around.
Gotcha.
Though Darktoe does have probably the people with the most experience. Or some people who might have experience, basically. So that wouldn't be a bad idea.
In the meantime, I'll stay away from them.
I hate that you have to, but I think it's the right move.
It's fine.
Okay. So with that, you're all going to go down for your long rest.
Perfect.
Okay. All right. I'm going to do a long rest, and we'll go ahead and take our break.
All right.
Oh, alrighty. Come back to this. So we went ahead and got our long rest. And someone wakes up. What do you want to do?
Tara will stay downstairs until she's needed to go on the little departure here.
I think probably I'll try to find Annabeth and see if between the two of us we can arrange the departure of the crew after we do the mission. Like, see if we can just kind of get them into it.
Alright.
I just realized I was talking with my mute on for a part of that. Sorry. I don't know if any of that came through. I was just going to say that I would probably try to find Annabeth and that kind of see if we can go propose to the crew, essentially, you know, get us to this spot, let us do this little mission, and then we'll get you guys wherever you want to go, and you know, you don't have to worry about us anymore, essentially.
Okay. She goes up to the crew and tries that.
Okay. You inform them, and they definitely look sad. You get that they were hoping more for reconciliation. And there's this feeling of they really did murder. It's like they didn't want it to be true, but you could tell, like, with this, they're like, they killed her. Definitely. Otherwise, why would they be getting rid of us?
And they are 100% correct.
Yeah. But you could tell there's like this horror of, like, if you maybe tell themselves, maybe it's an explanation. No.
Annabeth would, out of curiosity, because we're going to let them go, but out of curiosity, she does want to kind of do an insight check on, like, well, now are they going to go and tell everyone there's a flying ship full of people that murders people?
Yeah. I would say that's probably just a risk you're going to have to take, you'd think.
Okay.
Due to the fact that there's just a whole crew here. Try to determine if the whole crew is going to say something or not.
I just mean mainly on the leader. Like, is he going to try and, like,
yeah,
wrangle?
I would say what you generally get is that, like anything, I think the gold definitely would go a long way.
Okay.
Like the 20,000 gold, they're kind of like, that's at least something. But yeah, I mean, what they say, you don't get necessarily to think you're the enemy. It is one of those things of, like, they're more saddened that, you know, they can't be safe with this cause that they believed in. That these people who said they would do it just turned out to be ruthless murderers who will kill them at the drop of a hat. And and the more just question all these types of things.
All right.
An interesting approach, dare I say. Not the one I would have taken, but if that is the group's will, I have nothing more to say.
All right. So you wanted to dock the ship and try to get close to the place you were before, the Lair of Yserax there?
Yeah, as close as we can get to that.
All right.
I would like to talk to the crew on my own.
Sure.
It's unfortunate, really. I argued on behalf of you, the people. I told them not to let Joe Gumbo's legacy go in vain. But listen, they did not. If you truly wish to help free your people, I can get you in contact with an organization that can.
What's the name? Who's this organization?
The League of Miracles.
Uh,
With 20,000 gold, you'd be well funded and surely would draw their attention. And with that, you could provide your own means of supporting the resistance.
Yeah, I kind of look and go. Where would we talk to the League?
I would give them the last known location, presumably that I visited, and I would instruct them to take my ornithopter.
Okay. Maybe when we get to where we need to go, we'll see if they're interested. That sounds interesting. All right. And with that, make your way to the enormous skull. And you can see that where there before in the skull there looked like an enormous eye was out of it. That is no longer there. And there's just a hole leading into the cavern, both through there's one eye in the skull, so that eye, and this looks like an enormous, essentially beholder skull, about 200 feet wide. The doorway through the mouth and the eye. The eye is raised. What would you like to do?
Aesol will have detect magic up as we head in, if we decide to head in, just to make sure there isn't any magical traps around.
We're still on the
Awesome.
ship, aren't we?
No, you just told me you left the ship.
Oh, I thought we were like at the entrance, sorry.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're at the entrance. So you're correct, Fire.
Okay. Yeah, so detect magic and that.
You left the ship with the crew.
Okay.
Was there anything anybody else wanted to do? It was just really silent.
I said I was staying downstairs because I had to wait for them to get other stuff. But as soon as I went to get gotten, I was going to go make sure that Exil was okay before we left.
Okay. Yeah, looks fine.
Yeah, Palin will summon his familiar, a tiny albino weasel, and he's gonna just have it darting ahead of us, maybe 20 or 30 feet in front at all times, just to trigger any nasty gifts left behind. And he'll keep an eye out for anything that looks high value.
Cool. And I do kind of want to take a really quick 1 minute timeout.
Okay.
just because it seems to be a recurring tonight for some reason. But I am trying to communicate where I'm at and conditions of that, especially given that Tara's kind of confined to downstairs right now. If there's anything I need to do to communicate that differently, just let me know. But since it's happened twice already, I don't know if I'm doing something wrong.
Oh, well, I was just saying. Well, because everyone was saying what they were doing, and then no one had anything else to do, so we moved to the next scene. So that's all that happened there. And then before it said, the player said, "I go up to everyone," and so that's where we thought that that including everyone was terror, because they said, "I go up to everyone," right? And so that's all that kind of goes through. So like if someone's in the basement, they go in the basement, then someone says, "I go up to everybody," they've gone up to the basement. So I think that's where that got confused.
Okay.
It's because basically I go up to everyone. But yeah, I think because I don't think anyone didn't know you were in the basement. They just thought you were there. They were there talking to you because they said they went up to everyone.
Okay, so just basically just miscommunications. Then is what I'm getting.
Yeah. This was just where there was just a lot of pauses. So I was kind of like, cool. What else? And then okay, then we're up to the thing, because we were getting to the base.
Right.
And then we said, okay, let's go back. And someone said, oh, I wanted to say cool. And then was there anything else? Cool. Then we're at the base. That's all.
Okay. All right. Because the two things I had wanted to do with Terabelle before we even left the ship.
Okay. Sorry. Okay.
Sorry. But this.
Oh, cool. Cool. Because then I thought we were done. Okay. What do you need to do?
I had wanted to get like a general vibe check from the crew. Like when I come upstairs. And I also wanted to make sure if I needed to put that sun spell thing on Exil, or if she was good.
Well, I think you've been doing what you need to do with Egg, so I thought. So
Okay.
we were generally doing everything on that. But from the vibe, you can make an insight check.
Cool. All right, that's pretty good. 26.
26. Yeah. I would say, there's, as you can see, is it's a bunch of people who just had their home stolen from them. They were, in their view here, they were here, and people they didn't know, at this point, mostly Terabelle, have come in and kicked them out. That's kind of how they're viewing it. Like, came in corrupted people, and now, they no longer get to help free their homeland. They've been kicked out. So there's this vibe of sorrow and definitely being betrayed. So they're not like great, but they're at the same
but
point.
She does get that vibe that they're all putting it on her.
Not necessarily that they put it on her. I think that that there are because she's part of the people in that she became the face, right? So she's the one who represented the murder to them. She stood up and said, "You guys are upset of a murder. Shut up. Don't be upset about a murder." In that case, that's how they feel towards her. Not so much that she killed them necessarily, but more just that she's the one who told them that to stop crying about their friend getting murdered.
Okay. Yeah, that's definitely not what she said, but I'm getting so that's what they're interpreting she said.
Right, because they were worried about their friend who just got murdered, and she said, "You need to listen to your captain." So they were like, to them, they did that. Stop crying. That's
okay. The one that she spoke to, because she had only spoken to one of them during that whole ordeal when that whole thing went down.
Mm-hmm.
Is that one up here?
Yeah, I mean they're all doing their stuff.
All right. Are they just moving away from me if I get anywhere near them?
No, that has kind of passed. Like that initial thing was more, yeah, because you get the feel like I don't know if Tara would get with the insight. That was more just because Tara was being psychotic, right? That was like, this is a psychotic person, and now she's no longer acting that weird way. Because of the varying deals, and so with being talked to, they're kind of more like, okay, they don't think something's going to happen.
Okay. So she'll go up to that one
Okay.
real quick.
Yes.
What's your name?
They sort of laugh. Pathetic. And they walk away. Because they told you their name yesterday.
They did?
Yep. And that Tara just forgot it. Just totally pissed them off.
No, this isn't the one I spoke to yesterday. This is the one I spoke to during the intimidation check.
Oh, that was everybody. You spoke to the whole crew.
Oh,
during
no,
that.
I singled one person out because I remember.
But everybody was there.
Okay.
But as far as whoever was there, it would have been the same person though, whose name you just forgot.
Oh, well, I didn't know that was the same person.
Okay, that's fine. You can go back to that then.
You really think I killed someone? Murdered
don't
someone?
know. I don't know. We have no idea what happened because you all lie. And then because we ask for the truth, we're told to leave.
Well, I have a way I can show you that I'm telling the truth.
But you are a liar. You! It gets pissed now. Doesn't matter if you lie or not. You hired us. You are the leaders. If one leader lies, you all lie. If one leader murders us, and you do nothing? Not even say you're sorry? Have you said you're sorry?
Yes.
No,
Yesterday.
you haven't! Lie! And now they're just lies, and they're like, and they start to go. And there's like a little bit of a thing now going on.
I did say I was sorry yesterday.
They're not there.
Why?
They just left. I mean, you're chasing them, but they're mad they left. I said, and they go away because they feel like you've lied to them.
Is anybody on this crew capable of an actual conversation?
They start yelling now. Truth, 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 truth.
Good. Let's
truth,
talk truth.
truth,
Go ahead,
truth,
talk truth.
Truth, truth.
Let's hear truth. You want to
truth,
know the truth? The
No,
truth
wait
is
a
you accused me of murder. That's a lie. Lie, lie, lie. I can do this game too, buddy.
Now they turn their backs. The whole crew has their back.
Oh, right. It's when you lie that it's okay. When you make up stories, when you try to besmirch someone's name, when you go after someone who lost someone and you spit in their face and you accuse them of the nastiest thing imaginable, that's okay. Oh, but if Tara apologizes because she was rude earlier, that's not okay. Because that never happened, apparently. That's just a lie, a made-up reality. Here I am being completely honest with you. I haven't lied to a single one of you. And I'm sorry if anybody else in the crew has, but you're looking at the one person who's going to tell you the truth.
If anyone lies, you lie. All liars.
Yelling. Calm down. Talk to me one-on-one. Stop yelling. I do not have the patience for yelling right now. I'm only yelling because I'm trying to speak over all this truth nonsense.
And tell us the truth!
Okay.
What happened to her?
I have no freaking idea what happened. That's
Then
the truth.
You are worthless.
Fair
and
enough.
do not matter.
Fair enough.
Because Palin knows. And if you are so insignificant that your own friend can't tell you. And then you came and told us to listen to him. Nothing.
So it's not even me, is it? I'm just the scapegoat. for your own issues,
We've accused
your own
you of
pain.
nothing.
Yes, you have. Yes, you have. I've heard the accusations made about me among this crew. Don't tell me you haven't made accusations. Now, that's a lie.
Oh,
You want to talk truth?
Figure out who killed.
No, you
You're
want to
the
try to
only
figure it
one.
out. And you want to try to figure it out by accusing me of doing it. That's not how you figure things out. And now you see why we can't talk to you. Why at least I can't.
Then tell us the truth.
I'm telling you the truth. I
No,
told you.
you're not!
No.
What happened to her?
I don't
Then
know.
shut up!
Well,
And
then
do we
what do you-
know what happened?
You want the
Nothing
truth or do you want me to
matters.
shut up? Because
We
here you
want-
are making up more nonsense.
No. Nothing anyone of this place says matters until we know what happened to her. That is the point. And that you can't understand the loss of a sister is ridiculous.
Actually, I do. And you know what? I don't know who killed her either.
If you even had a sister, what do we know?
What did you say?
If you even had a sister, what do we know?
One more time.
They turned their back again.
No, do you see what I just did? If I had killed who you think I killed, you would be off this ship right now, wouldn't you? The one person I care about, and here you are insulting them. The memory of them. I'm not doing that to yours. There is definitely a monster in here, but it's not me. So you figure out your own crap. I tried to talk to you. This is why we can't talk to you. I came open arms, ready to have a conversation, and you want to yell and scream and do all this other nonsense. And then you want to know, oh, why can't we figure out the truth? Probably because you won't sit down and have a conversation. You just want to yell and accuse people. That's stupid. That's so stupid. If I had a chance to figure out what happened to my sister, and I went and spoke to someone and they told me they didn't know, I wouldn't be yelling at them. I'd be trying to help that person understand my plight so that that person can help me figure it out. But no, that's not important to you. What's important to you is that you looked at the strongest member of the team. You start whispering, oh, Tara must have killed someone because she was really mean the other day. The truth is, go, stay, I don't care. I'm not the one pushing you out. You're doing that yourself. You want to talk about reconciliation, you can't even have a conversation.
Anything else?
Yeah, actually. Some of you should come with us. Come see what we deal with.
No. Everyone's shaking their head.
No? You don't want to see?
They're not responding.
I've never been nicer to anyone in my life. So I'll let the crew go. I'll stay here.
How do you mean? Do you want me to send them? Is that what you're saying?
No. You all go. I'll stay here. See if I can figure out what happened to this person on my own, because apparently they don't want to help me.
All right. Anything else before everyone gets on what's going?
Actually, Asa would like to say something to Palin if that's okay. Just like, I don't know when, but she would
Sure.
try to talk to Palin a little bit. You know, they called my mother a deceiver. But that little play there, Palin, telling me what happened, then lying about it to everybody. You deserve the title even more.
I don't expect this will be any comfort to you, Aesol, but I've earned that title 1,000 times over, and
I've told countless lies. Some of them were taken as truth. Some of them recognized as lies. But this was the only time I asked for a brief moment of honesty, and you betrayed me. Don't get me wrong, I understand, Palin. For your sister, I understand. But I can't trust you again. We're still allies. We will still be allies. I need your strength, and I hope you'll still need mine when it comes to it. But I was too naive. I recognize that now.
and
Let's go
Palin
do
he'll bow, and it's not mocking, it's in this like courtly, respectful manner, as though it's like a gesture of recognizing an equal, the implication being now we see each other truly.
Aesol nods her head and goes on with what we were going to do.
All right. Anything else?
Tara just finds a nice chair, sits down on the deck.
All right. You approach the entrance of this thing.
I have something I'd like to do when the rest of the party leaves the ship,
Well, Tara's not leaving the ship.
excluding Tara.
Okay.
I would like to rummage around and see if I can find any belongings of Joel Gumbo's.
Okay. I mean, if you feel like there would be some around, that's fine.
I assume that check his room and see if there's any notes.
Yeah. I mean, it's your character, so I'm not sure what your character would have left. So if you feel like there'd be some things.
I assume they would have left their research notes in there to, make the actual alchemical substances.
Okay.
And then, if possible, I will gather up all of that. I will approach the crew one last time. I will slide it to them. And I'll offer a sending stone from the League of Miracles. Remember, the choice is yours to make. If not, I'm sure this will fetch you some gold on the market.
Thank you. You're kind.
Truly, I am sorry. I brought your concerns to them, but my own questions were left unheeded too.
I do not listen. But thank you.
May the lot of you be better off. And I'll take my leave. To wherever you venture. And that will be the end of my scene.
You got it. All right. Then are we back, I think? Or is there anything else? All right. So, entering this large beholder skull, you now can see through the mouth that there are two passageways, one down and one more up, and you had explored the pits of gibbering mouthers that was in the lower jaw eye socket already. But what would you like to do?
Hazel, do you have some sense of where we should go?
This is as foreign to me as it might be to you. Do we still see any of those aberration creatures that we fought earlier, or are they all gone?
From what you can tell, the ones that you fought earlier don't seem to be here, at least right here. You do see the things that are in the pits, these amalgamations of eyes and teeth.
It's time to explore bit by bit.
I will keep an eye out for danger. I think I wasn't here the session that the gang went in here, so do I have some recollection of like where we're supposed to be headed?
So when you went to your right, that took you to where the dragon was. You never explored to your left. Let's see how you want to do this. If you want to go the same way.
I expect the dragon was near their horde. Do you want to explore the other way first, or what do y'all think?
I'm curious to see what lies at the end of the untaken path.
Okay. We'll start to head down that way, I guess.
Okay. Sounds good. In that case, you come into a part, Centurio skull-like built area. Floor to ceiling shelves line the walls, all filled to bursting with sheaves, rolls, and scraps of parchment. You can see a 30-foot diameter hole in the ceiling leads to another chamber on the level above.
Can I take a look around for anything especially interesting in this space?
Well, sure. Do you know Undercommon?
I do not.
Okay. So all the reports and things here are written in Undercommon.
Gotcha. Hey, anybody read this scribble here? I got nothing. I can't even tell what it is.
Oh, yes. It's written in Undercommon.
Oh.
I do speak Undercommon. Yeah, Palin will do like a cursory review of the written materials. I know it's a ton, but if there's anything that sticks out to him that's especially notable. He's kind of absently calling out titles and subjects as he browses.
Absolutely. Go ahead and give me an investigation check.
That is a 15.
Okay. I would say the way it's gathered, it's hard to tell it's the precise way in which it needed to be ordered. So it's hard to make anything out in this moment. I have to take a considerable amount of time with it.
Well, this is obviously the work of a brilliant mind. I will need more time to make sense of everything here, but it's obviously remarkable work, as we've seen.
Once we make sure the lair is safe, I'm sure there's plenty time to sort through these.
Why, Palin, with your intellect, perhaps you know of a linguist within the group.
I do believe that I have the most languages at my disposal. Is that what you're referencing?
Not quite. Perhaps someone near you.
Oh no, I don't really speak that many languages. Definitely not me.
Palin, Harrigan looks at Palin like he's trying to save Palin's grace by suggesting that perhaps the person talking to him is able to.
Harrigan, I feel as though you might be trying to suggest something, but it's just, you see, I have a negative charisma. But if you'd like to make an attempt, by all means. Perhaps your recent studies were more focused than mine.
With pleasure. I cast Comprehend Languages.
Okay. Yeah, you can make an investigation check.
I cast Comprehend Language.
Yeah, but you're reading the papers, right? There should be an investigation check to make sense of it. Like, you know the language, yes.
I see. Could I use insight to try and make sense of the author's mannerisms?
Sure.
Is there an inspiration I might be able to use?
I think they are inspirations.
Yippee. I shall do my best. Oh, that's not a very high roll. I got a 12.
Okay. I would say what you get out of it is more that they tend to be very systematic, and then you can't get too much out of the very clinical, as opposed to any type of motivations.
It does strike me, Harrigan, that there might be an additional high-value opportunity here. These materials would be of interest to our employers, I'm certain. Although I
believe you are quite right.
And they would apply that research to whatever ends are appropriate. Nothing for us to be concerned with.
Yes, we are merely doing our jobs, so to speak.
I'm not aware of any particularly nefarious projects that would benefit from this research myself, so this is a low risk scenario.
Let's not concern ourselves with such lines of thoughts.
That's true. The consequences of our actions, as long as they're not visible and direct, nothing to be concerned with.
Have never been an issue so far.
Is it possible, Matt, to get up that 30
I mean,
foot
you
diameter
could
hole?
probably fly up. There's also there's also another like room off of this to explore as well.
Okay. Would we rather go up or continue on?
I mean, we have to search the whole joint, right? So might as well be systematic. Kind of clear out one area right to the next.
So going to the next room, I think, first.
Okay. You come in, and there is a 20-foot long, 10-foot tall, 10-foot wide glass tank that stands against the east wall of this next room. The tank is 2/3 full of hazy goo, and 6 shapes float idly in the viscous liquid. Next to the glass tank sits a wooden chest with iron bands. 4 alcoves line the north wall, and another 4 line the south. There's a tall cylindrical glass pod that stands in each alcove. And as you enter, 2 of the tubes turn.
Oh, good.
And you see 2 enormous forms that seem to be made entirely out of brain material.
Yeah, great.
Each of them with large brains on top of them. They stand about 12 feet tall.
Oh, God.
Oh no.
I don't like it.
And oops, let me get this going. With that, roll for initiative.
Oh, hell.
Oh, no.
Can you believe that I wanted to come here immediately after the fight and not long
Yeah,
rest?
yeah. Let's see here.
Just to clarify, we did wrong rest, right?
Yeah.
Thank goodness.
25.
Alright, I need to reset my HP to full then.
All right. Annabeth, what'd you get? Okay, just got Herodins.
Oh, that reminds
was
me,
a
everyone
close.
gets... Oh, sorry.
Got a 12.
Annabeth did, yes.
Okay. Cool.
Oh, that reminds me, when I take a long rest, everyone gets 13 temporary hit points.
Hell yeah.
Oh my god.
Also, any flora on our ship ages as if a month has passed.
That'd be great for our brewing activities, right?
All right. And no, that is they break out. What would you like to do? Drop it is your turn.
Beans. So how many critters is this? 2?
Yes.
Okay. And describe the room just a little bit for me so I can get it in the mental image here.
Yeah. So room itself is about 15 feet wide and about 30 feet long. And along all the walls look like glass tubes that can like spit out different forms of creatures. One tube has like 6 floating creatures in it.
Oh, great.
That even as they step in, they're sort of moving and potentially noticing you.
Great. And it's just 2 that have popped out. Do they pop out of the same side or opposite sides?
Opposite sides.
Okay. I would like to encircle them with what's it called? Wall of Thorns?
Ooh.
Very nice.
So if they want to go through that, it's like 3d8 and it slows them down. I can check it.
Okay. So does it go into hemisphere or is it just a straight line?
So I can make a circle around them that's
Okay.
20 feet in diameter and 20 feet high.
Nice. All right. In that case, yeah, that flies up.
What do you all want to do about these guys? I've got them in there for a minute.
Kill them?
I don't suppose diplomacy is. Oh, yes, very well.
I mean, you can talk to them now. They're stuck in there for a minute. Can you talk to brains from a jar? I don't know how that works. That's I guess that'll be my action, or that'll be my turn, I should say.
Then Aesol.
So Aesol, with all her built-up rage, roars with a voice you've never heard her use and turns into a huge green dragon.
Whoa. That's new.
And she is going to. So, like, they're trapped in War of Thorns, but the top of the wall is still open-ish,
Yes.
right?
Yeah, it's not a dome. It's just a
Okay.
20-foot wall.
So she flies
Unless
up
the
there
ceiling's 20 feet tall, and then they're
Yeah, no, you're good.
obscured.
and tries to breathe down on them. For. Let me check. This is a DC 18 con save.
Okay. They both fail.
So that's 56 poison if they take.
Oh my
some.
god!
Ooh, oh yeah. Begin to super wither here.
Okay. Then she is just going to be there-ish, and that's her turn.
All right.
So unfortunately, I have obscured them to those of you who can't get that high up.
True. Harridan.
Let's see. I want to use a hex. What hex do I want to use? This one will do. I would like the brain that would presumably the nearest threat to make me a DC 22 Charisma saving throw as I use the slur hex.
Nice. What's the save?
Charisma.
Thank you. 10?
Alright. It cannot speak coherently until the end of my next turn. If it attempts to cast a spell that requires a verbal component, it must roll a d20. On an odd roll, the casting fails.
Nice.
Then I'll have... So, are all of them obstructed by the Wall of Thorns?
So the two are there's still like the tank that has the 6 things that haven't quite moved out yet.
What's the floor made of?
Bone.
No.
Or in a skull.
Why did you have to ask?
Because I'm evil. No, I'm just kidding. In that case, I assume I have my familiars brought with me. And I'll just have them take the dodge action if they're there. Schrodinger's familiars. And that'll be the end of my turns.
All right. Palin.
With a 60-foot cone, Matt, could I aim towards you said there was 6 other, like, vessels that hadn't been activated yet?
Yes.
Okay. I'll try and cover as many of them as I can with Cone of Cold.
Yeah, you can do this. You can get them.
Okay. That's a con save, DC 20. Oh, it's such bad damage. And Palin's channeling this through the Staff of Magius, so that's going to be 37 plus 8. That's going to be 45 cold damage. And then he is going to look at Aesol in all of her terrifying glory and regret just a little bit how cavalier he was in their conversation. Shit.
As you do this, the entire thing freezes, falls down, and all these little creatures, which looks like brains that were in this, like a hovering, fall and they shatter.
Oh,
you've killed
okay.
them all.
Oh,
Hell yes.
Yes, that was my plan all along. Of course, wonderful. That's my turn.
Perfect. All right, so these hulking brains are going to try to make their way through. What happens as they try to bust through this thing?
They have to roll a. Let's see. First off, let me find it here. They have to roll dexterity saving throw, dex 21.
Okay. So this one fails that.
Okay. Hang on 1 second. I will roll the damage. The one that failed takes 24 points, and the one that succeeded takes 12 of, I believe, piercing. And then for their movement, for every 1 foot that they move through the wall, they have to spend 4 feet of their movement. And there's 5 feet of wall to get through.
Okay.
And that's slashing damage, not piercing damage, if it matters.
So they have to spend 20 feet.
Right.
Get
So
through.
if they're still in it, they're going to have to roll on their next turn too.
Well, you said it's 5 feet of wall?
It's 5 feet thick,
Okay.
the wall.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
So then this one gets through. And I think is right there with the Dewdrop.
Oh, hey.
As it comes down one of its mighty arms here. Let's see here. 24 to hit.
24 hits.
All right. That is 12 bludgeoning damage.
Ow.
And
Okay.
grabbed you, and you're restrained and grappled.
Knock it off.
And then sees dragon. Tries to smack a dragon. 15 for the dragon?
That misses, I think.
Okay. Then holding Dewdrop now begins just to squeeze with its hand, trying to break your bones. I need a strength save.
Oh, no, thank you.
I'm not very good at that. How's a 7?
All right. That is 24 bludgeoning damage for the squeeze.
How many?
24.
20. I thought you said 44. Jeez.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Ow! Everyone, this hurts. Don't let him do this to you.
And then Annabeth?
Tara, what side of the wall you want to be on?
Tara's not there.
Yeah, Tara's not with you.
Oh, that's right. Sad face. Never mind. Yeah, so dimension door onto the other side of the wall. As close by the shiny chest that was banded as she can get.
You're going to the shiny chest. I love it.
And then bonus action, try and pick the bands.
I
Love it.
love it. Yeah. Give me a lockpick check.
That's a 31.
Jeez Louise.
Okay, nice. So you find 6 large dragon scales that you think would be worth 500 gold apiece.
Okay.
Nice.
All right. In that case. All right, so the other one that busted through the wall will take its turns here. It'll try to hit the dragon for 19 to hit.
The dragon will shield.
Tries again for 21 to hit
That misses.
and 22 to hit.
That misses as well.
Okay. Against the arcane shield of the dragon. I love it. Then we'll go to Dewdrop.
Okay, this hurts a lot. I will see Aesel sort of up there as an awesome dragon, and I will bamf onto her back. And then immediately apologize. I'm super sorry about this. I mean, should have talked about it beforehand. It's just that hurt a lot. And then I will heal myself while I'm up there. Because that hurt a ton. And no one else has been hit. So I'm just going to take that heal, and that's the end of my turn.
Then Aesel.
Don't do that too often.
He totally knew you weren't going to be happy about that.
She will try to force the brainy things to do a DC 16 Wisdom save
Nice.
for her frightful presence.
Got it. One gets a 0, the other a 7. All right.
Okay, great. She will go up to one and attack it. This one is 23 to hit.
That hits.
So that is 18 piercing plus 7 poison. She'll attack again for 16 to hit.
That hits.
Great. 17 slashing. Final attack for 18 to hit
Yeah,
and
that hits.
8 slashing.
Nice.
And that is her turn.
All right. How do you want to kill this one?
So Aesel is just like unloading her rage onto this brainy thing and tearing it apart, looking at Palin in the process.
Oh, shit.
Amazing. As you get the last bit of this thing down, it vibrates, and it's like the top of the brain begins to steam and scream.
No.
And I
Oh, no.
need the party here to make a wisdom saving throw. Ooh.
$25.
Okay.
19?
Fail with the nat 1.
Ooh.
3
14 and familiars got 24.
Nice.
22.
Okay, so say the wisdom, the DC here is 16. So a fail is 24 psychic damage, and a success is 12.
I am immune.
There you go. Then anything else, Aesel?
Nope, that's her turn.
All right, Harridan.
Is the brain that I hex still alive?
Yeah.
Alright. I'll have one of my familiars fly up and effortlessly I shall cast Bestow Curse. I will say the energy flares up through the dragon, taking on like a green hue, and then it worms its way into the brain. And I will require a Wisdom saving throw, DC 22, with disadvantage for they are hexed.
All right, they fail.
Alright. And let's see. So many fun ones to choose. This will do. Target must make a Wisdom saving throw at the start of each of its turns. If it fails, it wastes its action that turn doing nothing.
Nice.
I will end my turn. I'll make sure the other familiar is directly beside me, and I'll have both of them take the dodge action.
Okay, Palin.
Palin is going to sprint away from this terrible creature and kind of trip a bit on his robes in his panic to get away from Aesol. And then he's going to fire off 2 firebolts using his illusionist bracers. First one is a 31 to hit. And that is 16 points of fire damage. And the second one is a 22 to hit for 20 points of fire damage. 36 total.
Very good. Anything else?
Nope, that would be his turn.
All right, then Annabeth.
Alright. Can she look for any, like, levers or anything that might control these test tube things?
Yeah, give me an investigation check.
Nat 1, but Rogue 17.
Rogue 17. Well, you can see you see things that you think could be essentially alarms. But as far as the tubes themselves, you think they can be like open and closed, but nothing to like control the creatures.
Okay. Bonus action hide.
Got it. All right, this thing would fail its wisdom save, so it's cursed. It must do nothing. So we'll go to Dewdrop.
Can I see Annabeth, despite her hiding just now?
Would you roll for your stealth?
Oh, I think we just lost Annabeth.
Oop.
Okay, I'll assume I can't see her because she just hid. Did anybody else fail that last save?
I don't think so.
Okay. Oh wait, she's back.
Yeah, Annabeth, did you what stealth did you get for your hide?
I got a just a 26. I rolled an 8, so that bumped it up to.
So 26 is your stealth check. So what's your passive, Dewdrop?
31.
Okay, yeah, so you see Annabeth.
Okay, I'm going to bamf behind Annabeth and drop a cure wounds on her. And then just kind of run away.
Do you lower your wall then?
Oh shit, she's inside the wall?
Yeah.
And is one of those guys in there?
No, they both left.
Oh yeah, so I'm fine being in the wall. Yeah.
Yeah, so you're in the wall, you're like, safety.
Yeah, best place to be. Annabeth, you get let's see, that's 10 plus you get 11 points of healing. And then I'm just kind of stand there looking around.
All right, and then Aesol.
Is like if she has a 60-foot cone, is it possible to just get that guy, not anybody else?
Yeah, you can maneuver.
So that's a DC 18 con save.
Okay. No, it's only a 13.
So that's 50 poison.
You breathe, they wither, and they scream.
Yeah.
So, I do need the DC 16 Wisdom save. Fail would be 19 Psychic. Success here would be 9 Psychic.
31.
Okay.
All right. With that, nothing else seems to be wiggling or moving. And we will end. We're in there and come back next week. When playing, thank you so much. Watching you too. See you then.